this whole pandemic stuff started with a player named Rudy Gobert. So Rudy, he was a French professional basketball player, and he is credited with starting the pandemic. That's a joke. But what happened? You may be familiar with this. Jazz center Rudy Gobert, on realizing he had an NBA game, COVID-19, and the infamous mic touching incident. Since Rudy Gobert entered the NBA, anyway, there's this very famous video of Rudy Gobert just not giving a damn about. He laughed. All right, there it is. When this all happened, March 9th of 2020, in response to the league's new social distance policy for the media, this was a huge incident. It was kind of the big thing we all, this was one of the ways they got into the minds of the masses that the virus was going to start. Now they're doing this again. Zion's Bank. Look at that. Zion's Bank. Wow. Good Lord. I didn't even notice that. Anyway, Zion's Bank. He's touching the microphone, right? He's preventing us from speaking. He's covering the microphone, right? Like we're all going to be wearing masks so we're not able to speak, And so this was a big thing that he didn't really, he played the dumb idiot, right? And then he got the virus on January 6th. I believe in 2022 he tested positive or something, or he got the jab, and so that was his official apology, right? So they had us do the minds of the masses, right? He played the guy who said, "Oh, this is all stupid," which it was, and he covered up the mouthpiece, right? Even if it was real, we know for a fact now that the rollout of the solution was horrible. It was horrendous. It was deadly, and it violated all of our medical rights. And even if it didn't, it destroyed trust in the medical system forever. And probably honestly killed millions of children and adults. Anyway, on March 9th, in response to the league's new social distance policy for the media, Gobert jokingly touched all those microphones at a news conference, and 2 days later, he tested positive for CV. So he could have potentially killed those journalists in the room by spreading the virus. He eventually tested positive, and then he eventually later got the jab. Reconciliation, penance, the Catholic Church, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so that Salt Lake City reference is there. Nicola and Mesa, right? So if you're reading about this, again, Nicola, what was her name? Nicola Bully. A woman named Nicola Bully, right? Stock terms. What if someone's a bully? I get called a Tesla bully. You can probably figure out what that means. That means I'm bullish Tesla, I'm a bully. All right, so Nicola Bully, she went missing, and then Gaynor Lord also went missing. So I didn't even know about the game. I didn't know about Nicola Bully, but she went missing in the UK. And what I heard that really kind of freaked me out, while she was still missing, unfortunately, she did end up dying in the exact same fashion Nicola Bully died. So they're looking for a connection, and I don't believe they found it. They're saying that she had a psychotic episode. People still refuse to believe. Anyway, I know all about this stuff. This is MK Ultra. These are neuroweapons victims, and it's honestly pretty heartbreaking. She was a mother of 3, and I am saddened to say the reason that Gaynor Lord was a victim of a ritual sacrifice in the United Kingdom, and the reason that I found out about her was because the authorities who were looking for her had reached out to the same people, the same authorities who had also been looking for a nearby person earlier in 2023 called Nicola Bully. So I thought that was very strange. As an investor, Nicola is a stock, and I'm bullish Tesla as well. Nikola Tesla, it's a very occult kind of thing they do. Elon Musk participates in rituals and is probably, anyway, this isn't about him. Nicola Bully led me to Gaynor Lord, and before she went missing, I said, hey, she went missing in Winsome Park. This is serious. This is the ritual sacrifice, because Gaynor Lord is a quadruple match with Winsome Park. Unfortunately, it was too late. But I also wanted to add with Gaynor Lord that I do believe she went missing around Christmas and she died, was reported dead around the winter solstice. So that's 3 days before Christmas. And what the winter solstice celebrates is when the sun rises and it's followed by three wise men, the Magi. It's followed by three wise men, the Magi. Those are the three stars of Orion's belt. Anyway, so that's why I think we saw two ritual sacrifices right around that winter solstice, and both of them. There was another. The Parasite actor, I believe, had three children as well. But right around the winter solstice, three children. The three children are left without parents, and it's because of those three stars, the three magi, the three that follow the sun. And so now what? They try to do this Catholic ritual, this religious Judeo-Christian idea that the only way we can have good things is that, people are sacrificed, right? So it's going to be, the narrative is going to be good for all their children, that their parents were sacrificed around Christmas, and, like Anor Lore and the Parasite actor, they left three children behind, and they were victims of winter solstice ritual sacrifices. And part of the reason is because of the three stars of Orion's belt that follow the sun, who are represented by the three wise men in the Bible in the nativity scene when Jesus, who does obviously represent the sun, resurrects and is born, and then his ministry begins in Aquarius. That's 30 days later. That's why we find out that Jesus doesn't really begin his ministry until 30 years after his birth. 30 years are 30 days in the Bible. The Bible says that to God, a day is like a year is like 1,000 days, a day is like 1,000 years, and a 1,000 years is like a day, is what the Bible says. Basically, it's just this idea that time doesn't exist to God, essentially. Infinity and microscopicness are just kind of human concepts to him. Anyway, Nicola and Mesa, man, horrible. That's just bad. Nicola and Mesa. I mean, this is. Watch what happens to Nicola. Watch what happens to Nicola. I hope I'm stupid. I really do. You guys know that. Nicola and Mesa. Let's get that and this is messed up, man. This is their way of telling their buddies, hey, look at Nicola. Y'all think I'm playing? Oh yeah. What's this guy? Steve Kerr. His Steve Kerr's son is named Nick. Steve Kerr's son is named Nick. So what's Steve Kerr's son name? Anyway, I mean, are they basically, what are they gonna say? A heart attack, really? I mean, does anyone believe this now? And the thing is, like, yeah, so I'm just looking up his birthday. It looks like he was born April 15th, 1977. When they sacrifice people, they typically sync it up with their birthdays. I usually like to just kind of talk about kind of the implications. But they believe that, like, they control spirits or whatever. It's all kind of stupid and gay. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do is some people go all the way back to their birthday and they do very big time frames. I just do the year. I focus on the yearly kind of zodiac, to be honest. Let's see. Yeah, 89 days doesn't seem too crazy there. I wish this thing just had a way that I could 415. Is 89 here? Yeah, we gotta get all these losers in here that are in this cult, right? Steph Curry's number, bunch of 54s. Let's see. Wait, this guy had some 54. No, he didn't. Anyway, what was this? 89 days before his birthday, and then how many days from his birthday is what I'm gonna look up now. So from his most recent birthday, it was 278. Pretty obscure number. So if 278 comes up in his name or something like that, that's going to be something that I look at. Anyway, let's get back to this. Again, like People Magazine usually spoon feeds it. Salt Lake City. Yeah, I wanted you guys to see it. I'm going to keep going. 2022 championship. Yeah, usually who they play for the decoding. If someone knows, that's not how you spell his name, but anyway, if people know like more about like the person, it usually or like the things they were involved in, it helps. That's why I normally do like American stuff, just because. But I also think on the flip side of that, right? So I don't even know. This is just telling about his history. Look at that. Bang. I did not even read that sentence. I can just tell with how they do this. Boom. Look at that. Triple match. Right? Oh no. You gotta be kidding. What? Wow. Did I just go full dyslexic? So they mention his past in Montenegro. That is, a match with kind of the club that most people think is doing this. You know. Let's see. So what is the purpose of doing this? Like that would probably be in I could probably what's the point of all this? Well, when someone is reading this article, they think that they're reading like something that's informing them about a non-scripted actual real event. And to be honest, I can't prove that this wasn't. And I wanted to show this live, and I'm gonna keep going. But what is the purpose of pointing out that the Serbia coach, everything about him in Serbia, they're like, oh, well, he's the Serbia foreign player, foreign coach. All right, well, we got a Oracle team. We got an Oracle team, and then Serbian. What's the other one? Yeah, we got an Oracle team named the Warriors. So the Serbian team, the Serbian, foreign coach, he can coach the Warriors, and Oracle is a triple match with Serbia. So he also had a history apparently with Montenegro. That's an interesting name. And then let's see what else we got here. Oh, and he one, two, Let's see if we can find something. Oh, and I'll get Gaynor Lord. That just keeps drawing my eye. That quadruple match that Gaynor Lord went missing in Winsome Park. The reason I brought that up as a reminder was because you know, I think his children are Nikola and Mesa that he's leaving behind. He had a 14-year international playing career. This guy played 14 years in the NBA, and he also coached Nikola Jokic, right? So this whole guy's kind of career was about being Serbian and coaching Nikola Jokic. And so what they do, they sent him to the Warriors, who play at Oracle Arena. And it's just kind of clear to see why that was the perfect team. Oh, there's what I'm missing. Oh, baby. So why'd they mention Montenegro? Boom. Why'd they mention Montenegro, pup? Here's why they mentioned Montenegro. They mentioned Montenegro. It looks like there's no way. Another. Wow. Well, Montenegro does have a little bit of a match. Wait, it was my Hoklovic. Anyway, yeah, that's just one match. I like to do like three or four because I understand that like some of these can be coincidences. But Steph Curry, the shots, right? Steph Curry broke the shooting record I've talked about. I really wanted to. The Warriors family in quotes. Anytime they just put something in quotes, just copy and paste it. What they say, Nikola Jokic, I'll do him next. That's not really much. The Warriors family, that's probably some cult thing. KK Mega Basket, they say some stupid name like that. Just go ahead and throw it in there. What's the point of like this all again? So people are being given a code. They're given a coded message. Yes, they use this to communicate with their friends and send them coded messages. But what they also do is people are reading this and they don't realize that they're being like programmed with this code. So when you hear something in the future, here's an example. Here would be an example of why this matters. When you hear something in the future about Oracle, right? And Serbia and Warriors. Who knows why Oracle, Serbia, Warriors, but those are all for the rest of your life because you've read this article, especially if you're a Golden State Warriors fan. You are going to have Oracle and Serbia as anagrams in your mind forever. They're going to be synonyms in your mind forever. Who knows why that's a useful thing, right? Who knows? Who knows why it's a useful thing that Iscariot and betrayer will be permanently anagrammed into the minds of Christians forever. They don't even know it. They don't even know every single Christian who reads the gospel is being programmed with an anagrammic code. You have a program in you now. Every time you go to church and you read about Judas Iscariot, the betrayer, and you hear how awful that was, you are getting a code in your mind. I really can't, and they can activate you with this. They can wake you up with this in the future, especially if they know you were there. They know you heard this. They even know you said it multiple times and repeated this. Betrayer, Iscariot, betrayer, Iscariot. They got you coded. They know who's read these articles now. So they know who's read this article and has, or is a super big Golden State Warriors fan and probably a lot of the NBA, just in general. They don't know. They got Oracle and Serbia and Warriors, but Oracle and Serbia potentially. You got that in your mind. Did you know that your brain has that as a secret vocabulary, essentially? And that you can be talked to in a coded message and you don't even know it. And they can wake people up with this. This is what sleeper agents are. This is what a sleeper cell is. The Serbian Warriors. The Serbian Warriors. I mean, what if Serbian Warriors. Serbia Oracle. Anyway, let's get back more into this stuff and what was the KK Mega Basket, right? They just start And then he was they're trying they like to sign their name, right? Like an artist signs their name, the Jesuit order, Milojevic. They just mentioned that for no reason, seemingly. No, there was a good reason to mention that. Oh, it was Montenegro. That was the Montenegro one. So I like to just get all the matches up to the top, see what's being worked with. Is there anything there? And keep in mind, this is just kind of from like one article. So not all of this would make it to X, obviously. And this is gonna be pretty like thorough. You know, the reason I'm doing this is everyone obviously why do people think that this guy died because of the jabs? Obviously, right? But I also think that that's kind of a mistake people make is that now people are gonna have you know they can just sacrifice whoever they want and blame the jabs and know that no one can really sue for wrongful death or injury. They can't sue Pfizer and Moderna for wrongful death or injuries. So what? So they can sacrifice whoever they want, kind of imply it was the jabs, and no one's gonna investigate it. Investigate it, right? That's how. I'm sure that's a win-win for them. Nikola Jokic. Okay, wait a minute. Look at this. So he coached. Look at this. Wait a minute. You don't even need gematria for this one. We grieve with and for his wife Natasa and their children Nikola and Mesa. Their loss is unfathomable. So he named his child after Nikola Jokic. I mean, I'm telling you, this is Gaylord Lord and her three kids. Look at that. And we were wondering where that 187 was. I said, what I say? That's some cult shit. 187. It looks like it's just one. Oh well, I like to do more than one, just by rule. But that looks like why they got the Warriors family in quotes. Nikola Jokic. He named his child after Nikola Jokic. They mention Belgrade. In Belgrade, we got a couple 108s in this now. Belgrade's just 108. Let's look down here. Heart attack. Why did they mention he was from Belgrade? Was it because it matched up with his heart attack? There's a lot of 108s in this. I mean, doesn't that kind of look at that? That's a lot of. I mean, this would almost be like in poker, what they call a flush, right? Where you just get a bunch of 108s. One oh eight's a pretty religious number. We got a triple match, Serbian Oracle, and then 108 is found twice in Heart Attack in Belgrade, right? Look at that. Look at that. 110, Nikola Jokic. Bang. He coached Nikola Jokic from Serbia. Coached at Oracle. Died of a heart attack. Coached at Belgrade, Serbia. The Serbians are he is Serbian. Sorry, let's try that again. Nikola Jokic was who he was famous for coaching. Both of them are famous for being from Serbia. He died of he died of a heart attack technically. But in America, when people die these days of a young age at a heart attack, people wonder if it was because of the CV jab. So Nikola Jokic and CV jab, which this guy was known for, match in two ciphers of gematria. So his kind of whole thing was that he was this Serbian connected person. He coached at Oracle Arena. So then again, from a stock perspective, now Oracle again. Oracle and Nikola, neither of those are investment advice, but if someone's reading this now, they're getting Oracle, they're getting Nikola. People who know the code are going to know where to look. Serbia and Oracle. A heart attack, is the official cause of death. He coached previously at Belgrade, Serbia. So Belgrade, Serbia, and heart attack have 108, 108 with Oracle in Serbia, which are triple matches. He is Serbian. He coached the Warriors. They mentioned Montenegro. They mentioned Montenegro in this article. I figure it's because he prior to the Warriors, Milojevic, head coach at KK Budapest. Let's see if that's one. In the Adriatic League in Montenegro. So Montenegro is a double match with the Jesuit order. And I only got through this People magazine article, honestly. Did they just mention that Budapest team for no reason? Anyway, it looks like the Spurs, the Rockets, and the Hawks. Right, he died suddenly, right? Sudden passing, they used that. We say he died suddenly. Wow, look at that. He died suddenly, and they got a number. Well, now we know why they really put in 126. Bang. They signed their name like artists. Montenegro died suddenly. Coach Nikola Jovic of a heart attack. Most Americans know what that really was for a young man. Serbia, triple match with Oracle. Got 108 with heart attack. And Belgrade, Serbia. Warriors and Serbian are matches. Unfortunately, it looks like a lot of his career, may have been by the code. I really hope I'm crazy for saying the end of his life may have been too.